Lakers Nation, what is going on? So, welcome back to the channel with the new video. Hope you guys are having a blessed day today on this beautiful Saturday morning with your loved ones and your family. Well, today I want to talk about a report coming from an article yesterday, and it's looking like we got a horrible news involving an injury update. And you're probably not going to want to hear this, but one of the Lakers' most impactful defensive pieces on this team, power forward Jared Vanderbilt, there are some questions about his availability for the upcoming season because he hasn't been able to stay healthy. And he's very important on the perimeter, and we desperately need him. But according to a recent report, Vanderbilt, he might not even be ready for training camp, assuming that he does come back, or even preseason games as he continues to recover from that lingering foot injury, and it continues to bother him because he's dealing with it this past season. And if you guys don't forget, Torian Prince took a spot because there was reports if Vando was going to come back or play the first game in Denver at the Mile High opening night. He didn't play, and then Cam Reddish started to ball out defensively on the ball, and he was very good. I believe it's like top 5, top 7 in deflections. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he was solid. And then after that, he started to get injured. He just hasn't been the same. But Jared Vanderbilt, to start the season off, he was dealing with the heel injury, and then initially hurt his foot back in the month of February 1st in Boston Celtics, and the Lakers won that game without our best player, LeBron James and Anthony Davis, which is actually crazy. And Austin Reeves had 30 points, but it's super unfortunate. And he was considering about having surgery, but he opted out not to have it, unfortunately. And this injury ruled him out for the remainder of the 2024 NBA season, including the critical stretch against the Denver Nuggets in the first round. We lost 5 games, and he was available for Game 5, but Darvin Ham just decided not to play him. He was DNP, and also Chris Wood, and I think he couldn't make an impact and made a difference just because Michael Porter Jr. was just hitting that three. He was stroking that thing. Pause. He's like 6'10", 6'11", so nobody really had to put a hand in his face. And could you imagine if Christian Wood, who's like 6'9", 6'10", and then you add elite defense to Jared Vanderbilt, it's just going to make things just much tougher, right? So he just wasn't there available. But Mike Bresidingham of Spectrum Sportsnet recently shared some concerns on the Lake Show podcast, pretty much saying and quoting that Vando's going to be interesting. I'm not really sure if he'll be ready for training camp or preseason games, but hopefully he is ready by, the regular season, but nothing concrete on him yet. This raises big questions for the Lakers as Vanderbilt's defense and versatility on the wing position are essential to the team's success, both ends of the floor. He just does so much for this team, creating live ball turnovers, guarding the best player on the opposing team like a Luka Doncic, a Kyrie Irving, a John Morant. You get what I'm trying to say? And even locking up, Stephen Curry in that semifinals against the Golden State Warriors. So the Lakers, it's going to be a hard task just because there's not really anybody that could just cover so much ground as good as Jared Vanderbilt. You got Cam Reddish, but he's not as good as him. And to be honest, he was very good in deflections, but Jared Vanderbilt is not about him just covering so much ground. It's just the effort, the lack of, guys not moving without the ball watching. And he's going to cut. He's always going to be in a dugger spot. I heard he's grew. I'm not sure if that's really true because I knew his height was like 6'9", but I heard that he grew to like 6'10", 6'11". Correct me in the comment section or fact check it or something. But I know he's going to be currently missed because the Lakers, they're like a middle of pack team, especially if Jared Vanderbilt is not there. And having Anthony Davis alone there just makes us very good. But getting Jared Vanderbilt just makes us probably one of the top 5 defensive teams in the league. So the fact that we don't have him is going to be missed. And also, the Lakers just paid Max Christie in free agency. I believe that was like the first day, $32 million for 4 years. He's young. He's going to continue to improve. So that's why he's going to get minutes in the rotation, hopefully. And he also said that he felt like he could have made an impact for the Lakers team, especially when they lost to the Denver Nuggets and Darvin Ham just not having favoritism and stuff like that, and not playing the young players, not giving them opportunities. So I would slot Max Christie to the 2 because you don't want to have that same deficiency, the same backcourt redundant with Austin Reeves and D'Angelo Russell. You got a defensive liability on those guys, and then you got Rui Hachimura, which he can't really slide his feet, can't move his feet laterally. He's really best at the 4, at the power forward, but he can play the 3 at all, too. but he's not really known as a three. He's more of a four, like I said. So I wouldn't mind slotting Max Christie at the two, shooting around 40% catch and shoot, I believe, from three. And as a solid defender, I haven't really seen it as a elite level, but there was times in the regular season where he was locking up Donovan Mitchell in that Cleveland game, and I believe the Lakers were close. They almost gave that game away, but he was locking up in the possession, so he's going to be huge. And I even seen him locking up Damian Lillard, so I do think he's our second best perimeter defender behind Jerry Vanderbilt. And it's just very hard to replace that, especially Jerry Vanderbilt being one of the best on-ball defenders in the league, creating live ball turnovers, getting back in transition, like I said, backdoor cuts. So you guys let me know in the comment section, how do you guys feel about this whole situation? Do you really it's going to impact the Lakers team success this season? Because we weren't very good this past season. And when we're just red hot offensively and we're lighting up, no one can really stop us. But if the Lakers' offense is stagnant, then we're going to have our struggles defensively, and that's what we had against the Denver Nuggets. But if Jared Vanderbilt isn't really ready to start the season off, then it could be a very disappointing season to start both for the team and the fans. And the Lakers learned last season that there's just no direct replacement for his skill set, so they'll have to monitor his health carefully. So let's hope the Lakers take their time and make sure he's 100% when he does return so he can make an impact for the Lakers team, which we need. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think below? Do you think Jared Vanderbilt, him, not being healthy? The Lakers also hired, JJ Redick. His assistant coaches are elite. He's been talking highly about player development, and that's why we got Scott Brooks. And I also usually forget the other assistant coach name. I think his name is Nate McMillan. And then we get this lady for the first time in Lakers franchise history as assistant coach. She's a female. I believe she won G League Coach of the Year. And she also was in the Sacramento Kings. I think it's Lindsay Harding. Correct me if I'm wrong. So the Lakers, they still got to improve this roster. Hopefully they do make a move or two close to, training camp, which it does get closer, I believe, on September 24th or 25th. But don't be surprised if the Lakers just, run it back with the same roster and they make a small move closer to, the trade deadline, or even before that, around December 15th. I believe that's when Jonas Valanciunas is going to be available, or even January. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, this is a tough loss because I was hoping that he's going to be ready for, training camp preseason. And we got to go through injury again. It's like we can never catch a break because a lot of us fans were talking in the panel and other people's channel, which I'm not going to put it out there because I just don't want to do that. But you get what I'm trying to say. We're talking about how we're motivated. We got a new coaching staff. We got player development. We got this training staff and stuff like that, so these players can be healthy. Now we get this report that he might not even be back for a training camp or even preseason. But like I said, let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think of today's update? And I'm so sorry I haven't posted a video in the past 4 days. I've been busy posting other content on my TikTok and been grinding on my Instagram page. If you guys want to go check it out, be in the description. But I'm out of here. Peace.